Hey, what's going on, guys? Kel Myrick with easiestbusiness.com. Today, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to kind of list everything that I would do or what I would buy if I had to start a paint company today with the smallest amount possible, with everything I've learned over the years of being in the painting industry. If you need to start a paint company today, this is assuming you already have the knowledge of how to paint, how to bid. That's a completely different topic. But if you needed to start a paint company today, and buy the minimum amount of equipment necessary, tools necessary to start painting tomorrow, this is what I would buy. So this is how to start a paint company on the business side anyway. Nothing to do with bidding, nothing to do with landing jobs, getting leads, anything like that. But this is just for things I would buy if I had to start painting tomorrow, not including obviously paint. So I'm gonna go through it. I have a list here of everything. I don't think I've missed anything. I've just made this list off the top of my head. Um, and we're going to go through here and I'm going to show you the specific prices of each one. And we're going to put them here into the calculator and um, get a final number. So first thing I would buy is a 3-inch brush. I like the 3-inch flat brushes. So I'm going to go 3-inch. It's going to be like a China bristle, Worcester flat. That's what I like to use. So and we're just going to use retail prices. I actually have a local store where I actually get these for 15 bucks, but I will use Home Depot prices in the event that you don't have a similar situation here. So 16.97, 16.97. And I like to use an 18-inch Colossus nap, 3/4 inch thickness. 18 Colossus nap, 3/4 inch. That's what I like to use. It holds a ton of paint. 1648. So we're going to go back here. Plus 1648. We're at $33 spent so far. If you're going to have an 18-inch nap, you need an 18-inch roller frame. So I like to use the Purdy 18-inch roller frame. These are usually like 35 bucks, I think, at the local Sherwin-Williams. Let's see what they charge here. This is why you don't go to Sherwin-Williams if you need to be cheap. $24.98, $10 cheaper at Lowe's than they would be at Sherwin-Williams. We're at 58 bucks. We're gonna need a ladder if you're doing um, if you're doing most interior paint jobs in like a standard residential house. You're not really gonna need anything above a 6 foot. Most houses are 9 foot, 8, 9 foot ceilings, 10 foot sometimes, and usually if you stand on this rung, you can usually get the 10 foot depending on how tall you are. If you need something bigger, that's fine. But right now we're just gonna go for a 6 foot. I like to go aluminum. I like to go the one with the paint tray. You hold my paint can up there while I'm painting. So 75 bucks, 74.97. $133. You're gonna need a rolling pole. I usually use like a 2 to 4 foot rolling pole. I don't like these power locks. Um, and the 4 to 8 foot's kind of excessive unless you're painting ceilings. I don't really like to use anything bigger than 4 foot. Um, and a lot of times with a 4 foot, I can even get ceilings. Let's see. I don't like the power lock though. I guess I don't need a Purdy. The Sherlock just wears it. It just wears out. I would not buy this. Let's see. Paint rolling pole. Let's see what they have here at Walmart. They used to have a little red one. I actually really love this thing. People have made fun of me about buying this. They call it the homeowner special, but look, 28 reviews, 5 stars. This is a really, really good rolling pole. You just press this button here, and it just extends in and out and locks in place. And I actually really like it. So honestly, if I had to start over, this will reach 5 foot. It's kind of a good middle ground between 4 and 8 foot. I would literally buy this all day and twice on Sundays. That's $15.47. But literally one of the best rolling poles I've ever used. You can use those purdies if you want to, but um oh, let me not search here. And then you could use those putties if you want to, but at the end of the day, they're going to wear out on you. And I've had like a 5 to 10 foot pole doing ceilings. You start doing the ceilings, and then eventually by the end of the job, it won't even stay all the way extended. It starts sliding out because it's just not a good system. You'd want to use something like this. Um, Brush and roller pail. You can use a party if you want to. They're going to be a little bit more expensive. Let me not go to Amazon. This will hold your brush and a roller. So this combo is definitely what I would get if I were to start fresh today. I still use one, but this is going to be the best option instead of buying two separate ones. You can hold your brush and your mini roller in one pot. So we're at $160. Need a mini roller frame. I'm just going to start typing in Lowe's here. Most everybody's going to have a Lowe's around them. $4, and that's for a little bit more expensive one. I like to use these. Some people like to use the jumbo ones, but these are a little bit more expensive. So we're just going to go 348 here. All right, Lowe's mini roller naps. So I try to avoid these little cabinet door ones. I don't think they do that good of a job. I like the more of like the textured. Like these white doves are okay, 3/8 of an inch. I try to at least get like a half inch I like these, the textured ones. So for two, 548. They just hold more paint and they perform more like those Purdy Colossus naps that I like to use. We need an 18-inch rolling pan. So Purdy 18-inch roller pan. A lot of times people like to use these buckets. I do not like to use the buckets actually. I like to use the trays. The buckets, I find that the walls on them are angled at like a V like this for where you load your nap up. But if you set the roller down and you walk away for 10 or 15 minutes, that angle causes the paint to run down and it'll cause that paint to get hard and you'll get flakes in your paint. If you leave it for 15, 20 minutes and let's say you're cutting in a whole room before you go to paint, those high angles will cause you to get flakes in your paint. So, okay, this item is no longer sold on Lowe's, but eBay. Let's definitely not do eBay. So that's why I like to use these roller trays. I was gonna say these are like 20 bucks at Sherwin Williams. This is what I was talking about. These are more expensive, but how steep those angles are, it'll kind of screw you when you go to paint a room if you're not careful with what you're doing. As long you have to come back and reload it and reload it and reload it. Um, they really don't sell these anymore. Oh, here you go, 15.98, and these are way more affordable. You're paying 15.98 for one of these at Lowe's, where if you get the deep, the V bucket, like I was telling you about earlier, you're paying like 40 bucks for those things. I like to use a cloth drop cloth, Lowe's, canvas drop cloth, whatever. I call them a cloth drop cloth. But 6x9, that's decent. Let's say you want to pick up two of these just to be careful. We'll round it up 14 bucks. That's 28 bucks here. You're at $213. You need a good 5-in-1. Um, you can use a Purdy 5-in-1. That's fine. Um, no big deal. I don't have any preference. This is the one I like to use. Let's say, how is this no longer sold online? We don't sell 5-in-1s now anymore. These are usually like, let's just budget 10 bucks for them because you can get the like 9 or 10-in-1 for like 15 bucks. We'll just do $12 to be safe. You can get one for $12 at your local Lowe's. Rags, pink rags, t-shirt. Shouldn't have typed in t-shirt. They're t-shirt rags, but So here, I don't really care for these as much as I like the ones at Sherwin-Williams, but I think I'll pick up a bag of these. So if you needed, if you were just starting and you needed some rags, $13 is very affordable, and those will do everything you need them to do for as cheap as you need to do them. So let's call. I don't like to use Amazon. It's the Home Depot. They call it dripless. I would never use these little metal ones. I like to use these, the plastic ones. These run for about $15. So we'll go $18 plus $18. So we're at $256.76. So if I needed to start a paint company tomorrow, I could literally get by solo um, with just these tools. Obviously, not counting paint. Now, if you're not doing a big job, you can just front the money. Like if you were doing 2 or 3 rooms, I mean, you could front the money for paint. You're not going to pay more than $200 in paint for a few rooms. If it's just, especially if it's just walls, a gallon of trim will get you 3 rooms easy, plus a half a gallon left over. And then if you're doing ceilings, you might need 2 gallons of ceiling paint. That might be $50. 2 or 3 gallons of ceiling paint, $50, $75. And then if you're doing walls, you're usually good at 2 gallons a room for 2 coats. So I mean, you might need to buy a 5 gallon bucket, 3 or 4 gallons of sealing paint, and then a gallon of trim paint. You're getting out for less than 10 gallons of paint for 2, 3, 4 rooms. And so you could just front that money for the material. You can open up a Sherwin-Williams charge account, charge it, pay it when you get paid. You might have to front $250 for your supplies. And honestly, things like if you were doing just walls, like I wouldn't even bother with getting a mini roller. You could even take this cut pot for your first job and just do the cut pot, not the mini roller pot as well, not the double. Get away for like $6 for a handy paint pail. One brush if you need to change colors or go into sealing paint, just wash it out, spin it out, let it dry out a little bit, switch paints. I mean, really, you can really start your own painting outfit, especially a solo painting outfit, for very, very cheap. So if you're looking to start your own paint company, go to theeasiestbusiness.com. I have a professional company redoing my website right now. I've been filming my paint course on how to bid, commercial paint jobs from the plans on software and by hand. I've got about 10 of those videos recorded. As soon as my website is redone by the company, it's going to go live, and I'm going to have that course for sale. So I'm going to give away all the knowledge I know about everything paint related for as long as I can think about topics to make videos on. But the only thing I will charge for is teaching people how to bid off the commercial plans.